What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. So let's start this video with the reigning Arnold champion and the former Mr. Olympia Derek Lunsford. So if you are among the people who were kind of concerned that Derek won't be in shape for this upcoming Mr. Olympia because he doesn't have that death face like Samson Dauda does at 6 weeks out, well, how about those craziest lines on the side of his legs in his most recent update, which is a little over 4 weeks out? So the man is absolutely diced, and he still has another 4 more weeks to fine-tune things, to dial it in, and to bring out all the detail. Now, I have never once doubted that Derek will be on come Olympia this year. There is no way he comes in off, because he knows what's at stake here. And secondly, the guy who's coaching him, Chris Aceto, he is one of the greatest bodybuilding gurus this sport has ever seen. So the one thing about which Derek was very concerned during their first prep together back at the Arnold, that was keeping all that size, all that volume on his legs, all throughout the prep. And we saw how they did manage to do that, how they were able to transform from the Olympia last year to this year's Arnold and present a much better package. So that is the look that they are aiming to beat here at this upcoming Mr. Olympia. And that is exactly what's needed for Derek to fight for this upcoming Olympia title. So all that online backlash that Derek received after winning Pittsburgh Pro, that was so enormous because so many people out there, they had Nick Walker winning that show. And the fact that Derek wasn't as good at the Pittsburgh Pro this year as he was at the Arnold, Ohio. Some experts and bodybuilding gurus out there, they have Derek as low as 4th at this upcoming Mr. Olympia, behind Samson Dauda, Hadi Chopin, and the Mutant. So Derek's back, I do believe, is gonna look a lot better come Olympia this year than what we saw at the Pittsburgh Pro. Because for the very first time since 2022, Nick Walker made a case of him, beating Derek in both the back shots. So looking back at the bodybuilding history, it's always a mistake underestimating a great bodybuilder who has been an Olympia champion like Derek Lunsford. So remember back in 2018 and the build-up for the Olympia that year, all the bodybuilding experts, they had Sean Roden placing as low as top 6. So only Sean and his coach Chris Aceto said that they're coming in to win the Olympia, and they're going to. And we saw how he did the unthinkable, beating a legend like Phil Heath. So there is no dominant champion right now. Anyone is beatable. And that is why this is gonna be a very exciting Mr. Olympia. Before you scroll or blink too hard, have you subscribed yet? Please don't make me bring out the emotional blackmail. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell icon. It's free, it's painless, and that makes me look way cooler than I actually am. So the Egyptian tank, Hassan Mustafa, just announced his next show, and as expected, it is this upcoming France Pro, which is happening in about 2 weeks' time. So Hassan hasn't been the most consistent guy over the past couple of years. I mean, he's the hardest guy to get in shape, to peak 100% right, as per some of his previous coaches. But if somehow he gets peeled, then that is a lot of muscle on that frame. Arguably one of the most muscular guy in the entire men's open at the moment. And if he comes in shape, then that is very hard to overlook. Now Hassan lacks the beauty and the symmetry aspect, and that too big time. But so does a guy like the Mutant. It's the ultimate freak factor, along with that grainy hard conditioning, that can make a guy like Hassan Mustafa so dangerous at this upcoming France Pro. So Hassan, whenever he got shredded, he was able to get his Olympia qualification. So right now he's in the pursuit of his 4th Olympia qualification and trying to redeem himself from the terrible showings that we saw from him last year. He came in so far off at both the shows that he did last year that he was unable to make top 6, when in fact he should have won both those shows. So with the kind of structural disadvantage that Hassan has, he has to make sure that he is 100% on in terms of everything. The conditioning, the detail, the size, the dryness, and the fullness too. Because that is the only way he's gonna stand out. And we have to keep in mind, the France Pro isn't gonna be an easy show to earn your Olympia spot. It has always been a very difficult show because this is where we see a lot of Olympia qualified athletes who are all in prep for the upcoming Miss Olympia. They jump into this show to secure their Olympia spots. So this year France Pro is also the show where one of the most anticipated men's open bodybuilding debut is happening. The former classic physique athlete, Stephane Hunter, he has been waiting for this show for so many weeks now. So until the official list comes out, for now it is confirmed that he's gonna be going up against Hassan Mustafa to try and secure his Olympia spot for next year. But chances are we are gonna see a lot of guys who just competed in the past couple of shows here in France Pro 2. So honestly at this point it's very hard to predict where Stephane is gonna place at his Olympia debut because we have never seen him before standing next to these mass monsters. But that being said, no one is touching Stephane when it comes to that muscle quality, that kind of detail that he has in his chest, in his shoulders, in his triceps, that is like no other in the entire IFBB Pro League except for Hadi Chopin. And unlike Orsk Lashinsky, who did not have a proper off-season as an open guy, Stephane on the other hand was actually working all this time. He had a full-blown off-season since the time he won Portugal Pro last year in Classic. So he has been trying to be more complete, more bigger and a more thicker bodybuilder to be competitive in the men's open. So he's supposed to be roughly 20 to 25 pounds heavier than what he weighed in Classic. And the last physique update that we saw from him, he was 39 pounds heavier. Which means the look that he's gonna present, that is gonna be a lot different, and that too in a very positive way. So can Stephane beat some big open guys at this upcoming show? Well, 100% yes he can. Because it's almost a guarantee that he's gonna come in bone dry and ripped to shreds. He has been working with Patrick Tour, and Patrick was able to get him very dry and very shredded even for his last show, which was in Classic. So just for the information, Stephane here in this update, he's posing without any pump. So that is an insane amount of muscularity and pop, considering the fact that he's still on the flat side. So if you guys think that this year's Olympia top 6 is stacked, imagine when this guy makes his comeback next year. Hunter Labrada is a legit Olympia top 6 contender, and he seems to be getting very close to getting that ideal conditioning that the judges wanna see from him. So his last showing, that was easily the best physique that he ever brought to any bodybuilding stage since turning pro. And as per the head judge Steve Weinberger, when Hunter first came out, he looked like an Olympia top 3 material. So Hunter has got all the size, all the density and all the thickness. Now that's obviously not showing right now here in this most recent update, because as of right now, he's in the rebuilding phase. But we have seen that from him in the past. He is one of the most muscular guy in that Olympia top 6. So all he has to do is to bring that next level of conditioning. So after going through that shoulder surgery, he took his time to recover, to detox. But things now are clicking very fast for him. So those comparisons of him with Hadi Chopin last year at the Olympia, they showed us how big Hunter truly is, especially when he's on. So I for one cannot wait to see him make his comeback, possibly at the Arnold Ohio next year, especially after that much needed break, which will help him bring his all-time best. So is this guy going to be the next men's physique Olympia champion this year? We have seen Ali Bilal has been very vocal all throughout this year, throughout this prep, that he's going to demolish the whole competition and that he's gonna absolutely dominate this show. So he won this year's Arnold, and that too very convincingly, beating a superb version of a former Olympia champion Aaron Banks. And now he's aiming for only one thing, and that is taking away the crown from the reigning champion Ryan Terry. So looking at these updates, I have to say that is probably one of the best midsection, one of the best serratus in that entire division. He has an amazing set of abs, amazing shoulder to shoulder width, and this guy is very complete front to back. So let me know what are the chances of Ali beating Ryan Terry at the Olympia this year. Also hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video, and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.